we have a service today on 2005 Toyota Prius. What I'm going to do is replace the shocks absorber on both sides, trying to make this job safe. So please wear sunglasses, gloves, and use the right tools. First, you have to jack up the car on one side, put the jack stand under the car, because you want to work safe. Safe is priority. Remove the tires, put it under the car for extra caution, just in case if something happens. The tools you're gonna use today to do this type of job is ratchet with 19 millimeter. You're gonna need a small ratchet, 1/4 inch with a 12 millimeter. Also, you're gonna need a gun, like a drill gun, to remove things faster. Also, I'll show you a step by step. Come here, Mohammed. So first, you want to break them loose by using the length of the ratchet. Always work smart, don't work hard. Let the tools do the job. Be cautious all the time. There you go. Sometimes you have to use our muscles, and if it's not coming out like that, what you could do is you can actually add a I'll show you in a minute, Mohammed, for 1 second. So we're back again, YouTubers. I had to apply WD-40 on the lug nut or the bolt to get it a little bit smoother, and it's easy coming out due to the rust and the debris over time on the vehicle. So once you get them loose to this point, you switch to the drill. Working at home is always not the easy way, but sometimes to save money, this will be the greatest way to work on the car. So it's pretty easy. By the way, when you change shocks, you don't need no alignment. It doesn't throw the alignment offset or anything. It's just fine because it's a whole assembly. See how easy was that? Set all yours, always set the tools on the side. Remember how to do things, because remember, for some of you guys, not an expert, first time working on the car, you have to look at the parts before you take it off, or it's better off to take a little small video just to memorize where things was going, or you can look at the other side to confirm that you're doing the right thing. Okay, you can get a mallet or just tires. We are back. Sorry, we have to run to get something from the backyard. So again, everything you do, it's on your own risk. Just work safe. Safe is the main thing. Wear gloves, sunglasses if you can. I can wear sunglasses, I'm just not used to it. So we went ahead and took off the 219 bolts millimeter right here. So we left up at this point. It's already out. All you have to do is push down to get the pressure release, and then kind of like jiggle wiggle. And then this is the whole process on taking the shocks off. There's two 19 millimeter bolts right here, which is we took them off already. There is a 12 millimeter bolt to hold the brake line hose attached to the speed sensor. And also the shocks will be attached on the top from the shocks mount by 3 14 millimeter sockets. So we're gonna go ahead and let this sit right here for a second. Also, today we're gonna change not just the shocks absorber, might as well doing the, you can get closer, Mohammed. The steering linkages, which is it's a bar with two bushing. It gets torn over time from going over pumps and potholes and stuff like that. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. There's two ways to take this out. Okay, so the tools you need to get this is Allen wrench and gear wrench. These make your life easy to take it off. You probably wonder about the sizes.
Yeah, what's the size?
Allen wrench number 6 and gear wrench number 17 millimeter. And the reason why is when you spin the stud by itself, the nut by itself, you need to skew it with the Allen wrench like this. See that? And then this thing, it comes off pretty easy. See that? It's almost coming loose. You go to the shop and they do this type of job and they'll be charging you hundreds of dollars. And this thing, if you have basic tools, you can easily do them yourself and save a couple bucks where you can put that towards dinner with your family or buying more things for the house and stuff like that, There is one more here inside. It's similar to that one we just did. Same idea, If they don't spin, you don't need that Allen wrench in the middle. If they spin, then you need to stop it by holding it opposite direction. And you can come closer if you like, Mo. People can see. I like to have people knowledge. I want people to learn and save money. Because before I went to school for a mechanic, I was paying a lot of money to repair my car. I spent 4 years in college learning how to work on cars. I took a lot of classes for hybrid, for diesel. I repair a lot of stuff as far as mechanic, body work, detailing, installing alarms, stereo. I will get you guys a lot of videos to educate you in the future doing this type of work. Okay, so this is the second step to get the shocks out. You point at this bolt right here. Look, show them this bolt. There is one right here, as you see my finger pointing. It's kind of hard to see, but after we remove this bracket, you'll be able to see them very clearly. First, you have to get these out, which is 14 millimeter. I already have loosened them. One right here, one right here. These two will hold the arm of the wiper blade. So you kind of tap them a little bit, like that. Everything is there for over time, so you're gonna have to push on them a little bit or pry on them with a screwdriver. Let me grab a screwdriver really quick. Okay, so you got these bolts out, 14 millimeter, one here, here, and there, 3 of them. This is the arm for the wiper blade, and you have to tap on it a little bit like this to get it loose. As you see, it's getting loose after the tapping. Put it down, and then you can just slide it out like this. That's the whole arm for the wiper blade. Don't forget, the longer wiper blade always the passenger side. The shorter arm is for the driver's side. So we're gonna set them up right here on the floor, away from us to not be a hazard. This one, It's coming out. Pretty simple. That's the driver's side. So now, to get the let me put this away. To get the always need a boxes cutter. Watch out, be safe when you cut things up.
So this is the unboxing of the new shocks.
That's right, son. That's the new boxes we got from eBay. Put that away. So you might want to pay attention between shocks because they're not universal. Like the left side work only on the left side, right side will only work on the right side. Just take them off. And these are good quality. I have tried this before. I bought many from that seller. They look just like factory and they got the best feeling. When I put them in the car, it really makes it feel like a brand new shocks, like a brand new car, basically. See this? Brand new bolts, brand new bearing, brand new upper mount. The spring has a new life because the one on the car, you figured it has 15 years old from 2005 till now. It has a boot cover that's brand new and also new shocks inside, the shocks absorber. That's why I prefer to install assembly, save me time and get the right way. There you go. You're gonna have to see which one is left and which one is right. Sometimes they're right on them. I just like to see them on the car. Always put the new one next to the old one just to do comparison. Sometimes manufacturer and shipping can send you the wrong one. You end up taking off all the parts and waiting for it. It can delay you for a couple days. So before you move any further, always match. So you got two bolts going in here. You got the bracket facing down that way, which is for the line. You got this facing this way, which is for the steering linkage that we took out earlier. So we do have the right shocks for the right side. Let's go ahead and put it on. Aim these bolts to those holes on the top so it can go straight, and then once you reach them out, just put the bolt from the upper side, and then you can tighten them up later, just so you don't have to get your hand muscle with it and get tired. So I'll look at top. It looks like it's gonna be like triangle facing out, so basically like this, and then you can always remove it. It's not a big deal. There you go. I got it in nice and easy. I put one bolt already, second bolt, third bolt. There you go. There you go. And they're not heavy, so, but they kind of like, when you work with one arm, and it could be hard. So go ahead and give them a little bit tight. Basically, we open them with 12 millimeter. Every time we put the new bolts, definitely they're gonna be a different size. It's from the manufacturer. These ones are 14. I prefer to put the new bolts with the new nuts that it comes with, just because it's the same thread. And this will come up by itself after you tighten it. There you go. As you see, it came up alone. And we have to do them by hand also, just to make sure they tight enough. And if you have a torque, you can always torque them. That's not a big deal. Or you can use a gear ratchet just to make sure they are tight enough. And those, the new one, are actually not 14, they are 13 millimeter. So let me find this one really quick. There we go. This is 13 in gear, just so I can feel it. You can see they still loose. 13 millimeter, just to get it better tight. Tiny place here. Don't be tightening them too much, crazy. Hand tight is pretty good. There we go. And come back like second turn just to make sure they all tied in place. Right here, we are really done with this shock work from top. The rest is just the bottom, right here. Now, this is the time where we put these bolt back. Okay. Let's see. So all you have to do, line it up and lift it up a bit, like that. Just gotta muscle with it a little bit, because you know those new shocks. There you go. Fit right in place. You gotta lift it up to line up the hole. Nice and easy. You got one in. The second one is the same way. And these bolts, honestly, you can put them either or. I have done it before. They attempt to be working in certain cars. To have the right angle. Now, it seems to be straightforward. All you have to do now, you get the mallet if you want. Some to type with, tap on them, just to get them right in place. See what I put there in. Just tapping it, one side. They don't line up perfectly, they don't go in smooth. There we go. We have this one in. Pretty much, this is all you need to do. The rest is just reverse whatever you took off first, you put back later. Anything you take off last goes first. It's easy to not confuse. So these were all together in one bolt, which is right in here. Oh, I love those shocks. We can also put the list on where we bought them from, so the guy get a lot of good business, because I really tried them. They super good. They just like factory. We put the brake line back and not over tighten it. It's just a bracket, it holds it in place. There you go. These are tight. Make sure they were the same place where they were in the past. Okay. The only thing now that we need to put back is the new linkage bar, which is I have them brand new also. Let me grab them. Okay, so this is the new linkage. As we described the old one, it was pretty bad. It was moving everywhere. This one, the new one, it's very difficult to remove it anywhere. It's very difficult to move it. Okay, so that's what suspension is stiffness, you know. So this is the best one compared to the old one. Same size, same length, everything the same. You probably wonder, how about this one? So this one, if you can push it really hard, you can move it, but it's attempt to be very hard. So it goes one in here and one there. You'll see right now that, hey, what's going on? Why this is not fit? So basically, after you remove this, all the tension comes up. You would have to press down on the sway bar. This is the sway bar linkage, that's the sway bar. You need a good size of pry bar. A pry bar will do the job, you know. Otherwise, if you put the linkage first, then the shock, then you need to lift up this unit right here. And you don't want to do that. That's a lot of work. All you have to do is pry this down, show them. Pry this sway bar down. And you don't have to do very hard, just enough to get the bolts in. Like this. Or you can go like this and pry really hard on it, but you really don't want to hard. This is not, you don't want so much tension. Now you grab this. It's gonna go, you gotta pry away from the bar. Like that with Shop Muhammad. Careful, like I said, working on car is, you gotta be very safe, always. See. You can try put this one first or the other one first until you get a solution. Trying to find a good grip to do this. Almost there. It's hard. There's no room to pry on. So let me try to move this screw a little bit up. So trying to move this to storage the hole where it's gonna go in so easy. There we go. There we go. You got it in. The more you have it inside, the better it is. There you go. I got it in enough to get the thread going, and then when you tied it in, it'll pull itself by itself. And I bet those sockets are different from the OEM ones. If you remember, the old one was 17 millimeter. These should be a little bit different. Just trying to get them on there. There we go. There's one. The second one. So let's see what sizes was this one. This is probably like these are 19. We're gonna try with the drill. Sometimes they won't spin because they're brand new, or the ratchet. Nice and easy. It's coming in, as you see. There you go. That it goes in smooth and nice. Can actually do it with that too. Use that tools better. Trying to do both sides same time, just so they can lock up in place. In the bottom, you won't be able to put this. You gotta use the gear ratchet. It's all tight in there. You gotta get the what you would call it. Gotta get the 19. It won't fit. You gotta get the 19. If you don't have a gear ratchet 19, you can use a short 19 millimeter with a ratchet. Stop. Socket. I attempt to use the short one, short 19 millimeter, and that does better job going that way. And again, every car is different room, different location, but typically the same. Not until it locks down really tight. Got quite a bit way to go. Almost there. There you go. It's tight. You don't want to go crazy. Just enough. Everything you tied over, it could be a problem. You don't want to strip the bolt, or you know. So now we have a new setup. Don't forget to put those bolts back, okay? I left them last just because if I need to adjust anything or if I have to remove it again. So right now, it's pretty easy. Go that way. Also, they also 19. And if you have a torque spec for anything, it's always good to torque spec things by the right measurement and numbers. Because I work in the shop, I attempt to kind of know how tight things can go, and again, it's all on your own preference. So now, you tie them until we're at a point they start to spin. You will get the 19. You get this guy right here. You can hear it, it's tight. When they tight, you can always just give them a little bit of push, last push, to confirm. There we go. These not going anywhere. The hose is on the way. This is on the way, like out of the way basically, but it's on the right location. We tied up these two bolts. This shocks is ready to go. Okay? We tied the 3 bolts on top. We don't go ahead and we won't put back the plate yet, because remember, for our particular job today, we do them both sides. we're gonna have to do the other side, and then we can finish up the rest of the job. So you'll know now what you need. You need 19 millimeter, 21 millimeter, you want 17 millimeter, 14 millimeter, and 12. All these numbers attempt to use a lot in Toyotas. Most of Toyota, they have these bolts 10, 12, 14, 17, and 19, 21 most of the time. If you have any question, if you have any concern, feel free to contact us on our channel. Me and my son, we filming this. We're not after anything. We like to help you guys make your day easy. That's all. Our success is your help. When we help people, it's always the best thing. We're not looking to get rich out of doing this. We're not looking to get all these likes and comments. We appreciate it, but our goal, how can I say that? Our mission is to make your life easy and save money. Thank you.
This is Mo, guys, and we just finished changing the shock. And if you want another video on this, or another issue you have with your car or anything, if you have any concerns or problems, make sure you tell us in the comments, and like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day. Peace, guys.